mistake. Aha, here it is. Yeah, so sorry that he has always claimed that the other was lost. You can't pull that and destroy the time. You had it. Oh, asshole.
Can't believe him.
I know, what a dick! So are we ready?
Yeah.
Close the door, would you?
I thought these were all destroyed.
Not all of them. Sometimes Tudor's works are the only words I can trust in moments of uncertainty. I would appreciate it if you could forget you have seen his works here today. I told our sire all the copies were destroyed. People do not like what he writes. They find it offensive, and I need to find better hiding places.
He writes about reality.
People would rather believe in a fairy tale than the harsh truth. Just one of our species' many failings. However, the truth can be damaging to ill-prepared minds.
Yet it's fine to lend materials to Adamir.
The boy can handle the truth. He would rather that than a lie, I assure you.
Well, do you have it or not?
First, tell me how.
It wasn't guarded. They wanted it to be, but there was a changeover after we left the island. It was locked away in one of our empty supply carts. One night I took it when everyone was asleep. No one saw me, besides a horse. I replaced it with a rock to imitate its weight, until the day came when I returned it. I am no thief, but if I wanted to, I could have kept it. To my knowledge, Hallow Diocese unearthed 5 books from certain burial sites in Favorial hundreds of years ago. The Eldor, our sire, has 4 in his possession. I have seen them with my own eyes. He has always claimed that the other was lost, unaccounted for, likely destroyed with time, but he had it in his possession all along. He lied to us, Aaron. He lied to me, he lied to you, to every man, woman and child in Crondathia, and that's not the worst part. The real question is why? Why would he lie about it? Are there any more of these books? That book contains something that he doesn't want us to see. He wanted it hidden for a reason, Master, and I don't think it was just so he could boast to his friends that he had collected the whole set. You know, don't you? You know the reason why. Are you going to tell me, Master?
Why don't you tell me? You know too, whether you realise it or not. You read it on the road, in the dark, with a candle nearby when the moon was high.
Master, I have made many journeys and seen many things, but
You've journeyed, have you? What do you know of journeys? The world we live in can be read about, studied, talked about, even destroyed, but few have really made a journey and learned just how harsh the laws of the land can be. What lies beyond our roads and the hidden paths you've travelled is nothing compared to what is really out there. The things you've seen and the experiences you have gained are meaningless in comparison to those who have really journeyed. There is much yet to be discovered. You are an unbalanced star-caller, Isabelle. You are reckless, and rightly so. You are a mere student in the eyes of many. You fear this. You fear this, but you should not, for we all are students in the eyes of someone. People we idolise, people we admire. Discovery is a fearful and often a damaging process. The question is not why, it's how much. How much is the cost of knowledge?
my faith has been shaken, but I believe it will see me through the darkest of days. If you've learnt something, I demand you tell me what you know. Show me the book.
It arrived yesterday, late at night. An honour guard delivered it. I was as shocked as you when I learned that all 5 books had been accounted for, but I was sworn to secrecy. Understand, Isabelle, that I'm hesitant about who I voice my discoveries to. There are some things that people simply should not know until materials are thoroughly understood. Meddling with such powers can get people killed. We've done terrible things to each other when poisoned with ignorance. Some myths should remain myths, no matter how true they might be.
Who wrote the books of the early past? I found our language, Englythin, contained within.
It's open to speculation, but some say the first explorers, or arguably our predecessors, wrote them. As for the documents in Englythin, There are many languages that are lost and passed on with the passage of time. Anglophone isn't entirely ours. It's derived from another language, and that one from another, and so forth. Maybe we learnt it, adopted it for ourselves. Time is a killer, but it can mend things in such ways that we finish the puzzle ourselves, even if it's incorrect. I'm glad you came, Isabelle. Talking to you has actually educated me a little. All become clear in due course, especially if a man or woman hungry for answers is on the trail.
Master, can I see it?
Sorry, could you give me a hand? I'm not very, what's the word? Singy. I'm not a singy person.
Where are my headphones?
Where are you? Up in the... No, you think. Right there.
That's such a good word! If you call me a plinth, that would have been more confusing. But...
I could call you Clint from now on. Clintby. Clintheretta. Plinthness. That was a bad thing.
Infamous for being a plinth.
Okay, so my issue with this now is being... Just get it out!
That's what she said.
It's the page turning.
Yeah, this is so...
I was going to laminate them, but that was actually more noisy.
Yeah.
That's why half of it is laminated, half isn't. Because I was like, this is bad.
Are you going to have to do like...
gentle with it?
Or are you going to do...
You could just take a brief pause in between each page.
Lush, thank you.
That's good. Right. This book is ancient, Isabelle, one of the 5 books of the early past. The elder kept it hidden for a reason. It dates back to before the awakening ages. Well, before the first chosen, Regina Cora. Its writings speak of the findings of the first ruins of our ancestors, the discovery of their temples, and the ones who unearthed it all, the ones who set out on their great journey of discovery, Hallow and his disciples. This book documents the discovery of the omniographiospheres, including speculation about how they work, how to use them efficiently, and what types exist. It's all here, written in code, in the same way a magician keeps note of his parlour tricks. In case someone gets hold of his notebook, it's all etched in secrecy. It also speaks to us of the 12, of our celestials.
What about the warnings, Master? Many accounts that have originated from knowledgeable men, even some of Hallow's own disciples, have warned us about the use of glyph. I was told that it was a gift. If one was able to wield it with skill and confidence, he or she was a blessed one, with a strong mind and spirit.
Some say that glyph can have a reverse effect on people, giving the wearer unprecedented, unrestrained abilities, turning a blessing into an addictive curse from which you cannot escape. This is not a fairy tale, Isabelle. This has happened before. We sometimes refer to glyph wielders as blessed ones, or the blessed. But we also have a name for the other ones, the ones who turn out wrong, those who crave damage, taking pleasure from the destruction of others, cursed ones. The cursed ones are spread across our historical timeline, each one suffering the same fate as the last, long before they became too strong to handle and control. Understand that if the cursed are given enough time to manifest their power, then one can only assume that even a high-ranking wielder, or even a Starcaller for that matter, might find it extremely difficult to overcome them if they were opposed. Once one becomes cursed, there is no cure. The sentence of death is the only option we have. But do remember, Isabelle, that men fear what they do not understand, and for a long time we knew little. We found everything so quickly after the Book of Atlas was studied and revealed to us the signs. It's only natural that many in this period became fearful, drawing wild, uneducated speculations regarding glyph and the celestial souls.
Are the cursed stronger than the blessed? Then what about this part? The celestials, what about the 12 Regina raised from their sleep? What does this mean, Master?
In the face of rejuvenated deities, we are nothing but a rotting compost farm of shadows, blood, and bone. Deluded as we are, we fooled ourselves into believing we are divine. What faiths we have created to consolidate our fears of death are lies. Death is inescapable, inevitable, forever constant, and our time is coming to an end. Those who we perceive as our saviours are our destroyers. No one will survive the reckoning to come, not even our holy judges, for even they await certain destruction at the hands of the shattered shells they once inhabited.
Master, what does that mean? Why is this book full of warnings and predictions of danger? I think you know, but you don't want to tell me, do you?
When the Celestials were raised from their shrines, Regina gave to the world a wonderful thing. Not only did she feed us the imagination of Sterilia, giving the Norcan race a path, she gave us the comfort of another world. The idea when you die, it is not the end. Life continues in another way. She gave us hope and belief in those harsh times. She eliminated fear and brought our kind together. She created the faith. Isabelle, I think it would be wise if you kept this knowledge between us. For now, at least.
What? Master, the people have a right to know. This book is littered with warnings.
No, you have a right to know. And now you do. That's the way it should stay.
But why?
Let's focus on what we know, for now. Let's break it down. No one else in this world can call upon the Celestials. If what this book says is true, then only you can bring about the devastation it predicts. Should you sit back and decide not to starcall, then they will remain forever stuck in their ethereal plane. A sword is only as dangerous as the swordsman, my chosen. Keep the weapon sheathed, and it cannot harm anyone. Now, the last time you starcalled, how did the Celestial react? Did the entity behave malevolently?
I didn't detect anything out of the ordinary, Master. The Celestial was calm.
What if this writing belongs to a faithless believer? A madman, or worse yet, a cursed one, undergoing his inevitable declining transformation. You are the chosen, and only you have the ability to pull the Celestials into our plane. No one else can wield such powers. What you do with your gift is up to you. If you feel that history should be rewritten, if you feel that changing our belief so drastically in one afternoon is the right course of action, then who am I to tell the chosen otherwise? If that is indeed your decision, then so be it. But I beg you, Isabelle, be patient. Give us time to discover the truth. We have achieved peace amongst ourselves. We have a functioning world and a great society thanks to your line. Would you risk its collapse when we are so close to finding paradise in Equus, because of what this old book says so, for what this crazed man or woman has scribbled down? I am all for truth, Isabelle, but to disclose all we know about our Celestials at a whim of a madman would be irrational. Should more evidence be given to these claims, I will gladly look further into them and inform you.
The Eldor says that to understand the past is to understand our future. One day it may be too late to go back on what we've done. One day I feel we will all be forgiven for our mistakes. I can't afford to make mistakes. You said it yourself, Aaron. I have this ability to starcall, and I do so at my own accord. Thank you, Master. You have been most helpful. But now I must be getting back, before anyone discovers my absence. I trust your words, Master Aaron. What is it you told me all those years ago? You said it often to me, most of all, whenever I was under immense pressure.
That one day, all of us will rest eternally. Life is nothing more than a trial to be fulfilled. Once that is done, we slip away into bliss, never to return.
Okay. Thank you. What the fuck is that word? Firmicide? Nope. Now I'd like to enjoy what is left of the day and pick myself up a Zethek thistle tea from Erin's Grand Library. Fucking like a ding dong! The last word! Despite the spuggle... the spuggles! Now, I'd like to enjoy what is left of the day and pick myself up a Zethek thistle tea from Erin's Grand Library.
I could do with a tea from the library. Good stuff. Amazing. You can send that, yeah.